Dah, bos.
Apa?
Kamu tadi.
Itulah.
Ya.
Ya.
Ayo main.
Si Syakir.
Syahid.
Syakir.
Patina. Oh, ni bu Patina yang saya selalu WhatsApp tu.
Tak lah, unveiling kita.
Oh ya.
Tak
Saya.
Kita. Ni je yang baru daripada yang lain orang sama.
Okey.
Lagi dah
Okey.
kampung.
Okey, semua okey ya?
Ni cemas sikit.
Ha?
Dia nak puncak tu.
Oh, ya. Saya nak belajar.
Dah
Ini
Setengah jam dia pun dia. Masih. Panjang nama division tu.
Ha?
Panjang nama division tu.
Itulah.
Semalam try nak apa dapat dapatkan.
sebab tak PD.
SFPD
Tak eh? Okay.
Apa?
Okay, so kita nak start.
Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to TeaTalk at MCMC, MCMC Knowledge Sharing Platform. To those of you that have joined us this morning, we welcome you again in our evening session. So today we have a knowledge sharing platform in collaboration with between KMRC and Stakeholder Future Enablement Division with the knowledge sharing session entitled Enabling the Industry Through AgriTech, Oil Palm Asset Tracking and Mapping Solution. And our speaker today is Encik Muhammad Shahid Abu Bakar, Chief Operations Officer, Mine Mechatronic Intelligent Design Sdn Berhad. So just would like to remind to all of you that this session is a public session. So for today's session, the setup will be, I'm going to pass on the microphone to the speaker, and afterwards he's going to share his knowledge sharing, and throughout the session he'll be throwing up a few, we have about 8 questions today, 8 pop quiz questions, which is only for our physical attendees. The first 3 quiz questions, the physical attendees is entitled to win RM10 ringgit e-wallet, and for the rest, which is the next 5, they're going to receive a special prize from Encik Shahid. So later on, once the knowledge sharing session has concluded, we'll go on with our Q&A session, and later on follow up with our online quiz Kahoot session. So okay, so without further ado, I'll pass on the microphone to Encik Shahid for his sharing session for today. Dipersilakan Encik Shahid.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Thank you. Why are we here? Nice weather outside. Right after lunch, most of us, what will we do? First question. Got present, you know. Work, not sleep. But we decided to be here, right? We decided to be here, especially for you guys online. It's nicer to watch TikTok maybe, but you are here. I think because it's all due to the same belief. We believe that Malaysia can thrive, not only as a follower, but as a leader. And the future is near. It's right here in agriculture. Palm oil plantation. It's our lifeline and also our pride. So today, we will share with you how AgriNext spark our innovation and opening up opportunity for the digital plantation for palm oil plantation. But since everyone is awake now, I just want to share. So let's make a real tea talk, or maybe we call it coffee talk if you need. So today we will share our journey. Who is Mind Robotics and why? So it is driven by the same belief, the first question that I asked just now. Because we believe we can do something, we can give some impact by having technology. It all started 12 years ago by our founder, Mr. Zafri, who is a mechatronic engineer. He studied in UTM and got in love with robotics. It sounds so wrong, but it's the right things. He joined the competition for robotics and then he became a research officer. Then from there, he joined Sony as R&D engineer. But while working, one thing that he learns from his work and his study and the robotic competition, this is the future, robotics. And then he started a company as enterprise with a customized solution first. Because we never know. You don't know the industry. So what should you do? Just start. So he leapfrogged into business and started his own business, providing prototype for universities at first. And then 2016 came our first breakthrough in which we got a project in which we have to deliver 2 units of AGV in a factory. So we said, yes, this is it. It's the time. At that time, if you can remember, Amazon started to use AGV in their warehouse. They acquired a company that time. So we thought they have started. Maybe Malaysia also can start. But we were wrong and we were advanced at that time. But it's okay. We learned something. We developed our own AGV and we keep on doing what we are doing in robotics and also prototyping. Then in 2019, we got another glimpse of hope in which we joined in IoT. So at that time, if you can remember the fire detection system, you eliminate all 2Gs and continue with 3G, right? So we managed to design, fabricate, and also supply an IoT gateway device for fire detection system, 4,600 nationwide. Then what happened after that? COVID. You remember COVID? Yes. So we got stuck again. We tried again. What can we do? We are Mind Robotics. Then we saw another glimpse of hope. That is food delivery robot. Who would have thought robot will be used in kedai mamak? Nobody will know that, right? But this is one thing that we have to learn. When comes a challenge, there's a solution to it. It's just that we need to think of how. We tried also into food delivery robot, but then when COVID is over, the workers all here, so now the robot is parked as a tower rack. That's another thing that we learn. Any problem is not a total solution. There's no total solution to a problem. Okay? So after COVID, back to our DNA, what we are trying to do, customized solution, what industry that can we really give impact. So we think hard and long about it. And if you notice, one of the issue that we face, that is food security, especially agriculture. So me and Zafri, we decided to join into food security by providing technology in agriculture and plantation. So that's how we started into agriculture. We still continue on doing what we do. And as you can see, the top line is our client now. Most of it is from R&D, government agency, and also palm oil plantation. And the below parts is some of the clients from government agency and also private companies, but it's in terms of agriculture. Okay, so let's test. Are you guys sleeping or listening? Easy question first. I'm sorry for the online participant. We cannot send you the present if you want to answer, but you are welcome to our office anytime to retrieve this limited edition Mind Robotics key clip. Okay, Mind Robotics is Mind Robotics, but what is the actual company name? Mind Mechatronic, Intelligent, yeah? Yes. Abang IT dapat. Alright. Actually, I never mentioned just now, but just trying out. And anybody notice what are the things that I haven't shared? What's my name? Of course, I'm dealing with you. And you got my card. Okay, I'm Shahid Bakar, the CEO and also the co-founder. All right, so this is our journey. We got to deal with this client, but we still stick with our DNA on customized solution, that is mechanization and custom robotics, IoT solution, and also system integration. We call it customized solution. That is what. So maybe some of you will think, botak ni buat apa sebenarnya? So I will share, don't worry. Just wait. So in terms of mechanization and custom robotics, all right, so we did robots and also a machine for palm oil industry. So you see the handsome guy driving on a machine, the first one, that one is a mat distribution machine. So how it helps? Last time you need 4 people to work on it. Now, just a handsome guy and a machine to drive and apply the mat under newly planted trees. Second one, remote control clearing machine. This is just some of the projects that we are sharing. And then the third one is in terms of transplanting machine. And for agriculture, we are doing robotics for vertical farming. So just to share, all of this is designed and developed, assembled, including the software and firmware, in-house at Mind Robotics. So I think Mr. Lotfi has been to our office and seen it. So if any of you would like to come, just come. We are happy to have you. Okay. And then in terms of IoT, we develop IoT solution for agriculture as well. This one is for aeroponic monitoring and control system. And then we have AIoT for agriculture. And other than that, we are also providing consultancy in terms of advising the uses of IoT for industrial parks. Now, that is about our journey. Any questions so far? Okay, thank you for the question. But this will come back to the main challenge that we are trying to solve. I will explain later. Okay, so welcome to the one who just joined. Hello, hello. Okay, pop quiz. Pop quiz.
Pop quiz ni yang e-wallet tu ke?
Tak, ini yang saya suka-suka berarti.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Alright. What is the first robotics project that we did? Mind Robotics. First robotics project. Okay. Anyone from online that can answer? So I change the question lah, because that's too hard. Oh, ABC. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Luffy. So I give you an option. First robotics project for Man Robotics. A, dishwashing machine. B, folding clothes folding machine. C, autonomous guided vehicle. D, Benjoni mat application. Ya, siapa? Oh, eh. C, okay. Oh, because they just joined, so they don't know what we have. This is a very special key clip, and I only have another 5 left. So randomly, I will ask question. Okay? So I have 5 more. So please pay attention. That is a limited edition because once it's out of stock, high possibility we won't do it again. All right, now about palm oil that we said just now at the start. So do you know that we are the second world's largest producer for palm oil plantation? Pop quiz. The first largest palm oil production. Mas ramai-ramai jawab. I don't have enough though. Please, next time raise. Because you are surprised. Pop quiz semua jawab. Alright. We are the second world's largest palm oil producer. So imagine how important it is for Malaysia. The size is 5.6 million hectares. If I want to put into perspective, Indonesia. That's number one. Oh, I didn't give the answer just now. Puan saya kasih satu. Because that's the right question to ask. Actually, I should rethink my work. If too stressed, I better become a stand-up comedian. All right, so if 5.6 million hectares. So to put into perspective how big it is, it's bigger than Sweden. Still you cannot think, right? But it's bigger than a country. So it's really big. And in terms of annual production, it's big. In fact, it's one of the biggest contributor for our GDP. But let me share with you a surprising things about this. Out of this 5.7, 5.6 million hectares, the output is only at 55% to 60%. So we are losing 40% potential. 40% is big out of billions. So just to say that half of that 40% can contribute up to 11 to 15 billions. Now I'm playing numbers. Are you catching up with the numbers? This might be the next pop quiz question. All right? So why? What's the reason being? So AgriTech has come up with this. And we are happy because they're working with Malaysian Palm Oil Board. They know this situation, right, Mr. Rafi? They know about the situation. So we need to do something about this. This is 2025. We're already facing this. Imagine in 2 years, 3 years time. So the main cost is in terms of labor intensive operation. If I pay you 4,000 ringgit per month, Puan, will you work in palm oil plantation? Siapa? Oh. Yes, Encik. 4,000 ringgit. Will you work in palm oil plantation? Okay, he got 10 acres. So I asked the question to the wrong person. But that's the reality because currently we are using foreign workers, right? So the locals is not I mean, if you have a land like you, 10 acres, most probably that's one of your hobby. But for the big plantation, how do you manage this because of labor intensive operation? Secondly, low tech adoption. So if you think about it, 2025, we are talking about AI, we are talking about robots. Can we solve this? Yes, you can. But there's another issue, that is connectivity issue. Most of the plantation is outside of the city, no telco tower and no internet. So how AgriNext All Palm chapter is a game changer, not only for us, but also the gate for the future of palm oil. So let me share with you how it happens. We have been doing palm oil plantation solution, right? And we are in the know with Meranti. So one day Meranti called, bro, no, normally it's not bro, Encik. Encik, do you know that MCMC is having AgriNext All Palm chapter? I was like, why MCMC? How is it related? But after we study back, it's highly related because it's something to do with communication, and also they are working together closely with Malaysian Palm Oil Board. Even we're doing with projects with palm oil players, we never have a chance to meet with Malaysian Palm Oil Board. So without thinking, we said yes, let's participate in this challenge. So we joined. There were 5 challenges. Out of 5 challenges, we joined 2. So this is the issue, localization and positioning. How is it affecting? Of course it's affecting. Because if you have an asset inside there, maybe a tractor, a vehicle, or a worker inside there, but you cannot track where are they and how much is the fuel consumption, then that will be a challenge, right? So how can you geotag, tracking issue, and uh, that's an issue because palm oil tree is very unique and very powerful at the same time. We call the situation below the pelepah pokok kelapa sawit or palm oil foliages is under canopy. Atas is over the canopy. So atas biasanya no problem because you can get GPS. But below the trees, there's a problem of network. So most of the time, not most of the time, all the time, the operation is run below the canopy. So if you want to have digital, if you want to have more data, then we have to do something about it. So that's how we joined this. And then I still remember, this is the first time we joined a pitch in which I met Mr. Lutfi. If you can see, he's very serious looking guy. So I was scared. And then he was joined by MPOB as well. MPOB, Dr. Azwan, I still remember. And not only that, all the top palm oil players, Cik Lutfi, surrounding the table and asking all types of questions just to make sure, will you be the next winner? And then we have been waiting for the answer because that particular year, 2 years ago, we joined so many pitch challenge. And I think around 7 out of 7, we failed 7. We didn't win any. So when we joined this, it was really hopeful because this is what we've been working on and this is what we believe. Then suddenly, I received an email. That was the first time I shouted in office. Okay, pop quiz. So we won the challenge. But the beauty of this is that they provide you with grant in which we don't have, I mean, small company, if we want to do R&D, we have to fork out our money, right? But this one, we get a grant. And we have to prove inside a demo day or proof of concept of how do we make this shown and showing results from the money. So it's time for me to drink, so you can enjoy the video for a while. All right, do you enjoy the video? So who's the hero inside that? Yes. Bro, you deserve another one. No, it's not me. Who answered just now, Syed Bakar? No, it's not me. Actually, we are happy. The hero of that is Canopy Net. We call it Canopy Net, our solution. So we do 3 mesh network underneath the palm oil foliages. Then we can connect the robot, and each mesh can cover around 500 meters radius. So by having that 3 mesh nodes, the grant money that we use, we are covering around 17.43 hectares. You're frowning. Are you okay? Try. Tak nampak? Okay, sorry. I thought you have a question. Okay. So it's 17.43. So we tested this. This is in collaboration with eMovit robot. It's called Robotani. So we've proven this. Alhamdulillah. And the best part of it, because Malaysian Palm Oil Board is also part of AgriTech's oil palm chapter. So they seen the POC, so they want us to make a pilot. So on a pilot scale, it's different now. This is the first digital palm oil showcase that how digital palm oil plantation will look like. So other than localization and asset positioning, they've included to make sure the network have data transfer, teleoperation, including 2 applications of robot, that is grass cutting robot and also logistic robot. So this is what we are working on. So you imagine, from a challenge with a grant, now we are going to a pilot. So this is our mission. From pilot, we want it to be deployed for palm oil players to use it. All right, so it's a platform actually in which can get all the data from workers, assets, even up to teleoperation for robot. So can you imagine this? Encik, if you have 10 hectares, after this, maybe you are working for your palm oil plantation from a coffee shop. That's what we envision to do. That's how the future will look like. Okay. Before going to this slide. All right, next pop quiz. In Avengers, apa nama penjahat utama dalam tu? Cantik bang. So Thanos. Good. All right, so Thanos has got nothing to do with me. But from that movie, what we can learn is that Thanos is super powerful. It's very hard to challenge. So in this thing, for palm oil plantation, it is a Thanos. So many challenges. And for me, Iron Man, gee, not best kan? Not best. No, for me, or for Mind Robotics, we cannot do it alone. That's why we believe in partnership and also collaboration. So from a challenge, now solving plantation, now we are building another ecosystem parts of it. Right? We have good startups and even good companies in Malaysia. For example, these are some of our local partners. Immovit, they have autonomous technology. Have you seen the bus in Cyberjaya? That's their bus. And they also have robots for palm oil plantation. So why we have to compete and build another robot just to prove that our system works? So we collaborate with them. Immovit. And thank you, they are really supportive. And then AgriTech in terms of AI development. They are very busy in LinkedIn, if you can see. But they still make time and believe that we together can solve this problem. Next is Idoko as well. So I think last year we signed an MOU for them to help us in terms of connectivity. And then Alpha Swift, another drone manufacturer. This one is in Cyberjaya as well. And another parts of it is from universities. So imagine from startups, companies, big companies, and we are being helped by the government agencies like MCMC, Meranti, MOSTI, Kementerian Komoditi, because it's everyone's responsibility towards making this achievable, right? Not only that, because we are still working and lacking in terms of mechanical design, and then some of the experience in terms of building, right? So earlier this year, we went to Japan with a potential collaboration from their mechanical manufacturer there. One is in Somic, and then another one is Kobashi. And last month, we came back from China for China ASEAN Expo, thanks to Meranti and Mosti. So they give us a booth, and also we highlight what are we working on and try to find partners in terms of solving these plantation issues. And we got a partner there. Okay. So the road ahead. Okay, so there's so many things to do, but we want to solve it one by one. First, by completing our first digital plantation showcase with our partners, and that's why we are still looking for collaborators. And we always be thankful for the support from the MCMC, AgriNext, All Palm chapter to make this happen up until here. And not only that, other government agencies like MOSTI and also Kementerian Perdagangan and Komoditi and MPOB especially, because we cannot work without any problem. All this problem that is thrown to us and to find solution is from MPOB. And I'm a bit famous. Cik, tak ada. No, just recently, just because of this AgriNext, imagine, there's some validation to it, and this is really helpful for small companies like us, who maybe some of you think will have no chance doing robotics 10 years ago, still standing right in front of you here, talking to you about the future. Thanks to you all. So we've been in TH newspaper, BFM, Astro, and Mostly for always highlighting us. Oh, not to forget, since we are in Cyberjaya, we are also part of Cyberview members. I mean, some Cyberview startup collaborator. Right? So let's go back to the first question. Puan, actually I have to ask that 3 questions with that Nian for the e-wallet. Okay, let me finish, then we have that question. So let's come back to the first question that I asked. That's not a quiz. That is, why are we here? So why are we here? Like I said, this is our opportunity to lead in terms of technology. If we don't do this, maybe we'll lose the second place position. So we can do this together, and I really need your help in terms of together we can achieve this. And thank you MCMC once again, and also MPOB for organizing AgriNext All Palm chapter. Thank you. Okay, now the question with voucher.
Voucher. Each question where the physical attendees, they will win RM10 ringgit e-wallet each. So,
Syirah,
angkat tangan siapa cepat dia dapat.
ada lagi? Habis. Okay. Puan, I need your help to choose which one is the first
Boleh?
to raise the hand. Question 1. Ready? What is canopy nut? Canopy nut. There's 4 answers here. A, plantation connectivity and digital platform powered by mesh network. B, a type of palm tree. C, a government subsidy scheme. D, a new harvesting machine. Correct. But you need to answer back what's the answer for A. Just Okay, so the next question. I only have 2 of these because I was too murah hati bagi semua tadi. So second question. True or false? So this one speed lah. Connectivity is the backbone of digital plantation. Betul ke salah? True. Okay, betul. Okay, tapi you have to add on the answer kenapa. No, it's okay. Last one, the toughest question. I'm sweating, something wrong with the aircon. Which organization collaborated in the AgriNext All Palm chapter? A, Cadbury and Coffee. B, MCMC and MPOB. C, U-Mobile and Edotco. D, all of the above. Yeah, B? Yeah, betul. So I have 2. But 3. Share. Tak, later I will give you ada lagi kat office sebenarnya. Datang office. Okay, so that's our QR code. We are here based in Cyberjaya. So we open up our doors always for coffee, and also if you have any suggestion and also ask us to improve on anything and any projects, we are open to receive you guys. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Encik Shahid. So we open up the floor for our Q&A. Is there any questions from our online and also physical attendees? Kami tengah sejuk ni Encik Shahid, tapi Encik Shahid peluh panas.
Leaking.
Leaking. Any questions from our physical attendees? Angkat tangan
Yeah,
saja.
silakan.
Ish.
Yeah, that's a very good question. What about the smallholders? Is there any project that we work on for smallholders? Currently, no, but we open up if you have any problem that you can solve for smallholders, we welcome for you to discuss with us so we can work on the solution for that.
Ada soalan lain?
Oh, tak jawab. Yeah, what's the question? All right. So that one, how can it help? First, like I said, we are having shortages. Thank you. I got free tissue. So in terms of workers, we're having shortages. So imagine just to apply a mat, we need around 4 to 5 people just to apply mat under a newly planted trees. Mat, tika? Yeah, it's a mat, it's a tika. So that one is used to protect against competitive plants, macam rumput, and then it will stay there for 2 years. So it can absorb the fertilizer and also to prevent daripada rumput ataupun pokok-pokok kecil bersaing. Optimize pemakanan and also to help prevent daripada segi competition lah untuk dia grow. Okay. So that one, tak apa saya cerita je. So the mat, you need to put below, kat bawah tu. Kan macam kita nampak kalau orang tanam agriculture yang panjang tu kan dia ada macam hitam punya pelapik plastik tu kan. Macam tu lah taruh. Tapi ini dia satu-satu kalau pokok kelapa sawit sebab dia ada distance between pokok. Dia tak boleh tarik panjang macam tu, rugi.
Question, tika tu yang hitam tu ke yang hijau, yang kali hijau tu?
For palm oil ni dia ada macam-macam type tapi yang ni hitam.
Oh, okay.
Oh, risau banyak.
Does the difference types, because just now you mentioned dalam pop quiz tadi kan, ada apa tu, the types of palm punya plants, palm oil plants. Does the different types of it actually affects dari segi untuk inisiatif ni, macam the types of machine ke apa ke yang kita nak guna, does it affect or we can actually just use one particular machine untuk semua?
That's another challenge for palm oil plantation lah. Because given that there's so many types of palm oil trees, and then topology, and then in terms of soil, so there's no one size fit all solution. So that's why we need to have the customizable punya parts in terms of our solution.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think there's no gaps. One, that's why we have to be more visible and to make people understand, because I believe we can really some good people, they just don't have the opportunity. But if you're asking about the gaps for the overseas company, right? So they have bigger R&D and also they have bigger population in which they have more use cases and market. So in terms of competing against that, I can say that we are not competitive, but that's the nature that they have, right? That's why rather than competing, why not we complement each other in terms of getting the technology transfer? Thank you. That's it. Okay, thank you, Mr. Lutfi. Yes, we are not the first one, and we never claim. And in terms of competition, there are some people who are doing it, but I believe it because there are so many problems. We don't need to compete against each other, because in the end, what matters is what is our objective? To give a solution. So we open up our doors for collaboration all the time, including, if you ask me, are we willing to work with network operators? Yes, of course. are we willing to work with other competitors? Of course, because they have their specialty, while we also have our own specialty. Come back to the why. Why? Because we want to solve the issue in plantation. That's it.
Okay, do you have other questions? So far for online, tak ada. So is there any other? We'll take it like 2 final questions to the speaker.
No question
Tak ada.
from online, eh?
Online tak ada.
Oh, maybe they need pop quiz.
Oh, ada. Baru masuk satu. Online. Okay, the question is how many? Jap.
Why am I
Okay.
sweating?
How many hectares can be covered in a day using robotics for mat installation in the immature area? Soalan yang bagus.
There's something about math that everybody is interested about.
Kau ada gambar boleh tunjuk terus.
Okay, fair enough. So far we are still testing for that, and we are hoping that we can at least cannot beat human, because human you have 4 people applying it, and then you have to compete with machine. This is one expectation that we need to also make sure everybody understand that, because we are trained by movies, when you put robots everything settle, right? Since we are a kid, taruh Doraemon keluar pintu, settle. So for robot it takes time to adapt, to follow what is human capable. But coming back to the question, we are still working on getting the timing for that.
Okay. Because usually kita punya mindset tu dah set, when you're using robot, it will settle or even half the time
Yep.
in versus with a human being.
Yes, because one thing, a robot in factory, you can change the layout of the factory. But now we are talking about millions of hectares of land that has already planted millions of trees. So you cannot change that. So we have to use, and how can I say that? Kita kena apply kan kat tempat yang tak boleh diubah. So the robot itself, upon designing it, we have to think about it lah.
And also could be the factor of the geographical terrain.
Yes.
Or the unexpected changes
Yeah.
of the land setup and so on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions from online?
Ada soalan satu.
Ada soalan satu. Okay.
Alright, so this is about fruit ripeness detection. There's a few companies are working on it, and some they are quite successful. So these are the kind of partners that we are looking for in terms of canopy net, because you really understand about palm oil plantation lah. That's one of the reason why some of it go to waste, because they already ripe but nobody harvested it, right? So that is one technology, and I've seen a few are doing it right now. Ada.
We have a question here. Can this robotic system be utilized effectively in hilly or undulating terrain?
This one falls back to the same answer previously. So every terrain needs to be currently different terrain, different kind of robots. Cannot have the same thing as of now. Yep, that's the answer.
Besides this particular challenges, what are the other challenges that you have experienced so far
You mean when developing this, or
when developing this?
when developing this, there's so many challenges. One, we need to understand about what's the real pain point, because there are so many problems. So we need to target which one is the low-hanging fruit first, and which one will give the more impact. So we need to say that in terms of cost, time, and also which one is easier for us to solve as fast as possible. That's one. And then there are so many hidden challenges. For example,
Such as?
elephant, you never know.
Mm.
Suddenly
Understand.
elephant come and like your whatever you put there.
Mhm.
Or maybe tiger suddenly look at your robot very appetizing. Who knows? And monkeys They are very curious, like to plug out things. So these are the challenges that we have to face. That's why now our main focus is developing the pilot, getting the result, iteration after iteration before going to market.
Is there any other success story or example from other countries that have actually implemented this fully and successfully?
Okay, for example, there are some applications like this. Maybe it's not the same, different industry. For example, for the ports, if you see in China, most of the workers, they don't go to the field already. All of them are staying inside the building while operating all the cranes, all the transportation inside of the ports. So that's one of it. And then quarry, that is another hazardous environment that we can try to simulate and learn something from there.
It's just that I think those two for this particular example, the the highest the high I mean the main differences is actually the geographical terrain of Malaysia. That's one of the things that we really need to look up into, because in my opinion that's one of the biggest challenges.
Correct.
Okay, we have another one. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's actually the same question.
All right.
I thought it's a new question. Okay, is there any final question? No? No question? Okay, so we move on to our online Kahoot perhaps? All right.
Okay.
Okay, okay, Encik Syahid, thank you
Yeah,
so
thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll move on to our online Kahoot question. Encik Syahid duduk dulu ya. Okay. Lap perlu dulu. Okay, let me share this. Let me share the screen. Okay. Can everyone see the screen? Nampak? Okay, let me stop sharing and then share it again. Okay, this online Kahoot consists of 5 questions. Everyone can join, even the public. However, due to our no gift policy in MCMC, the top 5 winners will only consist of MCMC staff only. So for our MCMC staff, make sure that you key in your staff ID. And for intern, just put in your full name and then dash intern. For the participant with the number, check your MCMC staff ID, because someone with the number 5428605. If let's say you put it by mistake, you can just edit and correct it. Okay, syarat dia untuk pemenang top 5. Number 1, you are not from the secretariat, which is the KMRC. Number 2, you are not from the user department, which is the stakeholder, and let me check the full name. Stakeholder Future Enablement Division. Okay. But you can join, but if let's say you are among the top 5, we will skip your name. And also the number 3 is you are not from the public. Okay, in total we have 5 questions ya. Dah masuk, physical semua dah masuk Okay, each winner will win RM30 e-wallet. Okay, ready ya? Kita nak start. In 3, 2, 1, start. Hijau betul. Okay, so the answer is all of the above. Next one. The biggest challenge. Hijau, all of the above. Adakah selepas ini jawapannya ialah hijau juga? Okey, soalan ketiga. Jawapannya biru. Localization and positioning under canopy. Okay. Fourth questions, true or false? Macam betul jawapannya, tapi saya tak pastilah. Jawapan dia false. Jawapan dia false. Okey, soalan terakhir. Jawapannya ialah D. So let's see siapa top 5. But just to highlight, top 5 winners listed here. Nanti kita akan check and verify ya. Just to make sure that the top 5 winners consist of MCMC staff only and they are not among the KMRC or the user department. Okay everyone, and also for the winners of the online quiz and also physical attendees untuk e-wallet, kita nak bagi tahu yang after this kita akan email for the transfer of your winnings. However, it will take a little while for us to contact you due to our ada proses sikit yang ada hiccup sikit dekat belakang. Alright, but don't worry, we will contact you. Okay, everyone. So that's all for our session this evening. We have another session tomorrow morning. So we hope that you'll join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. Also from Stakeholder Future Enablement Division. So before we close up the session, again, I would like to thank Encik Muhammad Shahid Abu Bakar, Chief Operations Officer, Mine Mechatronic Intelligence Design Sdn Berhad, and also, of course, to our user department, our collaboration with the Stakeholder Future Enablement Division. Thank you so much. And to our online attendees, thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again tomorrow morning. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. For physical people, please go to the pentas. Kita nak ambil group photo ya.
Bezel Rolly warna pelangi, satu malam di Temasek. Royal flush that, bukan lagi suspect. Aku takkan answer, kurang dekat WhatsApp. Malam di Temasek, guess who got that lock back? You all the same on a uniform. I'ma be an hour late to my funeral. I'm an hour late to my funeral. Royal flush that, malam di Temasek. Kalau luar ada ghost depan pintu, mungkin ku tinggal rumah berhantu. Dulu selalu pegang besi yang berkarat, sekarang jari manis ada 6 karat. A lot of people funny with the money, throwing hundos, renting Lambos, IG uploads with the gun pose, really dumb moves. I'm in the range written Sun Tzu, now you done know. Jangan kacau, musuh buat silap, ini silat mat kilau, style M Daud kilau. If you ain't making sense, I hope you saving pennies. Lawat kawasan wawasan 2020. Bezel Rolly warna pelangi, satu malam di Temasek. Royal flush that, bukan lagi suspect. Aku takkan answer, kurang dekat WhatsApp. Malam di Temasek, guess who got that? Bezel Rolly warna pelangi, satu malam di Temasek. Royal flush that, bukan lagi suspect. Aku takkan answer, kurang dekat WhatsApp. Video on run flat, guess who got that lock back? You all the same on a uniform. I'ma be an hour late to my funeral. I'ma be an hour late to my funeral. Royal flush that, malam di Temasek. Kalau dalam itu ghost ada binatang, maksudnya harimau dah terlepas kendang. A tiger never gon' lose his stripes. Piloto kapitan, plays never misses flights. Take off tapi bukan buka baju. Dulu jersey 36 diorang kasih nombor 1. Bahasa berita bahasa baku, masa depan meja kaku. Kings always draw queens, mungkin ini sari ratu. Field marshal akan siasat turun padang, always on time, nah bukan karang-karang. Barang rare korang jumpa jarang-jarang. Stadium status panggil gua kalang. Bezel Rolly warna pelangi, satu malam di Temasek. Royal flush that, bukan lagi suspect. Aku takkan answer, kurang dekat WhatsApp. Semalam di Temasek, guess who got that lock back? You all the same on a uniform. I'ma be an hour